What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Trenius Anderson, and you're here on the infamous Living Room Network. What do we always say? Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Yes, I love that. 10 signs that you're in touch with your soul. But first things first, guys. It is November the 1st, and it is the marking of a new month. Last month, as you are aware, we didn't have any challenges, but we're going to have a challenge this month. I'm about to announce that challenge in just a second, but first, I want to let you know that the Speak Up, Let Your Voice Be Heard contest did end last month, which was the 31st, yesterday, and we did pick 4 winners this time. Normally, I pick 3, but this month we picked 4, and so you can find that on www.thelivingrealm.org, and on the sidebar, if you go to the very bottom option, which is Realm Challenges, go into the page and you will see the 4 Realm team members who won this month's Speak Up Let Your Voice Be Heard challenge. Now, you may ask, what is the Speak Up Let Your Voice Be Heard challenge? It's simply just speaking up, just connecting with others. If I see you doing some type of connecting with others, if I see you commenting on a video, if you like or share some of our stuff, or if you have shared some of my videos, if I talk to you personally, stuff like that, basically if I know you, I'm gonna bless you. So that's how you win a Speak Up Let Your Voice Be Heard contest every single month, and I pick 3 people every single month. But so what's up with this challenge this month? You might want to know what the challenge is. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I got you guys. This month's challenge is, are you ready? Are you ready? Y'all ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it. I'm gonna just let you just hold on. I'm gonna just let you just get your time to, just relax and chill. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Let's meditate. Let's meditate. Wow. I already feel like I have a more clear conscience than I did before. Just taking 2 deep breaths. Wow, it's amazing how the human body works. Wow. So you know what this month's challenge is? The 1 month clear conscience challenge. Wow. Now that's it. The 1 month clear conscience challenge. And so, just as I just now did, you can do the same thing. Clear your consciousness. Clear your consciences. There are enough people who are living every day guilty of something that happened yesterday. Too many people walking around having dead thought processes run through their mind, thinking about past memories that they cannot bring back to life. You can't take back the past, guys. And it took me a while to even realize this truth, because for so long I wanted to hold on stuff that people told me that I was growing up. For so long I wanted to hold on traditional beliefs that I was brought into growing up. And I just started to say, you know what? Some of this stuff is not right for me. And over time, I began to work on my inner self, like we do here, to make ourselves better, other people's lives better, in the world a better place. And the more I started working on my inner man, my inner self, and be inspired to change who I was as a person, I began to realize, you know what? I don't need that anymore. I am who I am. I have my own way of thinking. I have my own choices to make. I have my own flavors. I don't like that. I like this. And so the more you begin to do that, guys, you're going to have a clear conscience about things. And that's what it's all about. That helps you live free-minded, not just free to let anything and anybody run over you, but just being receptive to show love to others around you without holding grudges, without looking at people and stereotyping people and discriminating and all that stuff that people hold on to and try to accept it for themselves, and they put it out into the world expecting to just be successful in life. But anyway, guys, that's what we're going to do every month. It's going to be the Clear Conscience Challenge. But let's get right down to the topic, guys. 10 signs to know that you're in touch with your soul. First things first, you will realize that time speeds up. It's like once upon a time, things were moving kind of slow. You were kind of dragging. Life was just kind of passing you by. You was like, man, when is it time to go? You went to work. You weren't really motivated to be there. You probably didn't have a lot of friends. You probably weren't eating healthy or anything like that. You wasn't wearing your spiritual jewelry or nothing like that. You wasn't doing any type of meditation. You were just sleeping. You was getting your Z's in. You was getting Z's. So was I, man. So was I. But and so like I said, I began to work on my inner self, and you probably working on your inner self too every day. And one thing you will notice to know that you're in tune with your soul is that time speeds up. It goes faster, or it seems to go faster, but it's really like an illusion, kind of, sort of, I want to say. And once again, guys, these are my personal beliefs based on research and just life experiences. So take what you want to take, put it in your pocket, act like I never told you, it's yours. But if you don't want to take it, cool, we'll leave it here and continue to go on right now. So yeah, guys, time speeds up, and you're able to get a lot more things done in that time, because when you're living in the moment of life, when you're taking advantage and taking responsibilities for your own actions, and you choose to live in the very moment, you don't really worry about time anymore. It's kind of like, I'm worried about this moment. I want to make the best of it, and I want to love others, and I want to respect others, and show people that they are unique. I am unique, and try to make the world a better place. It's like, next thing you know, you look up, it's like, dang, my whole day don't went by. So that's one thing that I find that you will realize on your journey when you are becoming more in touch with your soul. The next thing that you will experience is synchronicities, coincidences. A lot of people like to say deja vu, synchronicities, coincidences, aka miracles. Once upon a time, I used to call these things coincidences, but I didn't like that word anymore, because it's kind of like taking the value out of what's really going on. And so I'm like, I like this new word that the new age philosophy is coming up with, synchronicity. And then I started to like dwell on the word synchronicity, and I started to see synchronicities in my life just like I saw coincidences in my life, but I just changed the word to synchronicities, and it got so good, just like it's probably getting good to you right now in your very journey. But these things also could be called miracles. Let me give you an example of synchronicity. Like, for instance, you pulling up to a red light, right? You look to your left, that person has the same kind of car as you. She has the same hairdo as you, and even have the same color lipstick on. Wow. Coincidence? No. Miracle. Synchronicity. Or you're at the cash register in a local store, and you're walking up to the register, but there's someone in front of you, and that person in front of you has a Pepsi, and then that person in front of you has also a bag of M&Ms. You have a Pepsi and a bag of M&Ms. You understand? You're like, wow, life couldn't get any better. So it's kind of like something is saying, hey, I'm by your side, or I'm watching over you, or you're doing right. You're in harmony with, the overall whole makeup of the universe, and it's a good feeling, because it makes you feel like you're making progress. And so I see these all the time, and I'm pretty sure that you do too on your journey. The more you learn more about who you are as a person on the inside, the more you will reflect that on the outside. And so the outside will give you messages to let you know, good job, keep up the good work, I'm for you, not against you. Always remember, guys, the universe, God himself, is always forgiving and always for you, and can never take anything away from you. You are the only person who must take responsibilities for your own actions. Your cause and effect are what determine your life and your outcomes based on what you do. Nothing is against you. No one is against you. Everything is for you, and life is forgiving. The universe cannot take anything from you, guys. Okay, so the next thing you will probably notice, on your journey in becoming more in touch with your soul, is that you begin to transform as a person. Some of you guys out there are on health diets and stuff like that. I was maybe 3 months ago, but I kind of resorted back into the lavish life. If you know what I mean, just a little bit, but I'm still healthy. I still work out. And you begin to notice that your body begins to transform. A lot of people tell me, hey, Trenius, you look very young. But I always respond, it's my spirit. It's just simply my spirit. I've always felt young. I've always felt vibrant. Every day of my life, I stay alive. I stay active. I keep myself learning. Every day, I'm always reading something. I'm always stimulating my mind with creativities. When I do thumbnails and graphic designs, I'm always just looking at new ways on how to, go about doing things and coming up with new ideas. And if you do these things, and if you work out and stuff, if you jog regularly, if you continue to do all this stuff, your spirit stays the way it's supposed to be, which is young. Nobody's never really supposed to get old, shrivel up, and die. I don't know why a lot of people look at being a much older, physically older person is much more wiser than a young person. Like, no, young is the best thing. Young is the best thing. The tender meat. But anyway, guys, yes, you will notice that your body begins to transform. Some of you guys' voice may transform, because you're eating right, and once again, because you're going on the inside, and so you're meeting up with that soul part of you, and once you begin to know who you are as a spirit, as an entity, as a spiritual consciousness, you begin to just become aware of that. And so this goes into what I'm about to talk about next, which is the fourth reason why you will notice that you are becoming more in touch with your soul, is you don't become phased by anything anymore. Like, you don't fret anymore. You don't have a lot of fear like you used to. Now it's like, when somebody of low vibratory energy comes around you, you're like, okay, whatever. Once upon a time, I used to be a person who I was so frightened, to be around low vibratory people, because I was just not starting to fix myself. I was just now starting to, come to realizations about myself, and I was just, really getting on track with my journey and whatnot. And so I didn't want to continue to hang around people that I used to hang around, because my energy was changing, my mindset was changing, and some of the things that they were doing I wasn't agreeing with. And so when I was going back around these people, I would get this fear of who I was at the moment, because I know I was different, and I didn't think that they would take me seriously anymore. I thought that they would look at me as like a loser or a traitor or something like that. But as time goes on, guys, you're going to get to the point where you don't really have any fear of stuff like that anymore. You're just going to be at peace with yourself. You're going to be unfazed by a lot of things that go on in your life. Once upon a time, you used to be worried about money. Maybe you're going to find yourself not even worried about money no more, like everybody does every single day when they wake up out of bed. A lot of people, they get up, they know they got to go to work and make this money, they got to have this paycheck, they got to pay these bills, they worried about that next check that's coming, they worried about the tax season, they worried about this and how much money they're going to use to buy that and buy this. You're going to become such a spiritual person to the point that, just like the Bible says it, you're not going to even worry about the clothes on your back. You're not going to worry about how your money's coming. You just know that you got to go work. You got to go to work, and that's it. That's all you do. You got to make ideas. You got to be creative. You got to create your businesses or whatever it is. You don't worry about that little simple stuff no more, because you're becoming a spiritual vessel, and the universe, God himself, is working through you. So it's like you're not worried about all that stuff no more, and you will find that it does always come to you. Everything that you always want, you always get it. But it only stresses you out when you always think, how is it gonna get done, or this and that and that and this. It's like you're gonna do it anyway, because you have to survive. So that's that. The next thing that I got here is your body. Your body will begin to reject all bad stuff that is not for you. Every individual is different. Everybody likes different stuff. Everybody likes different foods and stuff like that. Some of you guys probably smoke, and that's cool. There's no problem with that. To each his own. Like I said, everybody's body functions differently. I know me, I used to smoke, and I got to a point where I just wasn't interested in smoking anymore, simply because of me going on my spiritual journey. And some of you too probably might end up not smoking no more. Or if you used to drink a lot, like I used to drink a lot with my people and stuff like that, and it used to be like a chronic thing where I just it controlled, my actions and, everything I did in my life. And, it made me feel miserable. I threw up like every weekend, like in a trash can, man. And I knew like that I was going to do it. So I kept the trash can by my bed, like on Saturday nights, because I knew I was about to puke, because my body was telling me, I don't like this. Why are you treating me like this? Regurgitate, regurgitate, regurgitate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So your body will get to a point that since your spirit and your soul is changing, your body is changing. All the cells are rewiring themselves to function better. You're regenerating your spirit, so your spirit is in control of your body and stuff like that. So when these cells experience this new force that is, coming within, and then facing outward, so to speak, the cells go crazy. They get happy, like, oh my God, this is fresh. This is some fresh stuff. This is a new theories, new philosophy. Oh, good God, let's do better. Let's work harder. Oh my God, I'm loving this. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying, what the person is doing. Da 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 da. Blah blah blah. You get the point. But anyway, yeah. So, you get to a point where, you just reject all the bad stuff that comes into your life, and you begin to find that it's not for you. There are a lot of people who grow older and begin to like reject stuff that's not for them anymore. See, once upon a time it was like you have to grow old in age and then you will begin to reject stuff. No, this is a new thing right now going on. It's a spirit thing going on right now. You can do that at a young age. You'll get to a point where you start rejecting stuff at 18. If you 18 watching this video, this is for you. I confirm this for you. This is for you. You will begin to reject a lot of stuff, that you used to do, for the sake of your well-being, and so that's that. The next thing I got, number 6, is you will begin to live in moments of bliss. And what I mean by that is, there will be many times where you just kind of lose touch of reality, because you're so focused on the moment that you're not worried about the past, you're not worried about the future, you just here. And a lot of people are not just here. There are a lot of people who are on these paths where they, like I said, they're worried about stuff from the past that they can't change. They're worried about what they're gonna do in the future, this and that. But you will realize that you are living in the moment most of the time. You will have people that walk up to you and they be like, hey, what's today? And you be like, huh, what did you say? Or they be like, what did you do this weekend? And you be like, I don't know, I forgot. Because to you it's about living in the moment. To you it's about cherishing the moment right now. It's hard to live for the future, and nobody wants to live for the past. So you will be in moments of bliss. It will feel weird, it will feel kind of crazy, like it will feel like you're out of touch, but really you're in touch. You're in touch with your soul self, and you will feel connected to everything around you. So that's another thing. The next thing that I wrote down is you become happy for no reason. You'll find yourself being extremely excited every single day. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because it begins to rub off on people, and people begin to notice that within you. Like, dang, she's always happy. Like, I want to be happy like that too. But a lot of people won't never necessarily tell you that, but you can see it in their demeanor, how they may change up when you come around, because your energy is changing. Everything about you is changing. Your body is transforming. You becoming more unfazed. Your time is speeding up. So you always getting up telling yourself these affirmations in the morning. We talk and tell each other affirmations right here. Divine powers are working for us because we're trying to do right. Your body's changing. You're reading books now. You're meditating now. You're becoming more soulfully like earth and nature and all this stuff. And so you will find yourself smiling a lot, and people notice that. People are attracted to happiness and love. Don't let them fool you, okay? So continue to smile and show those beautiful teeth. Okay, so the next one is things begin to happen for you, and this is absolutely true. Like the more joy you begin to feel within your life, the more content you begin to feel, the more certain you begin to feel, because you're not worried about all the stuff that you used to worry about anymore. You have a lot of space left to actually feel good now. You have a space left to be filled up, you know, with the universe, which is creation, you know, and creation begins to work through you, and you begin to be like the birds. You're not worried about your next meal. You just eat the worm. You know what I mean? Like really, like not literally, of course, but symbolically speaking, people begin to come into your life to help aid your dreams, your vision. People begin to come into your life to be a friend in an area in your life where you need them most. You know, you begin to get blessings, and a lot of people show you favor. A lot of people give you mercy. You know, you would just find that you get over a lot. It would seem like you're getting over. It would kind of seem like you're cheating life, like you're cheating, like something is cheating for you, but it's really, you're not cheating. It's just that this is how things are supposed to be. You know, before you was all brainwashed. Probably you was mentally programmed to watch TV and believe what everything on TV was telling you was true. You know, you was listening to people's superstitions that they was telling you growing up. You wasn't thinking for yourself. You was accepting everybody else's beliefs but yours. But now that you have stopped all that and you have understood more about yourself, you know, you began to get into the path that you are supposed to be on. And the path that you are supposed to be on is a path like the yellow brick road, kind of, sort of, like, you know, it's just for you. You know, you will find yourself walking in ruby red slippers, and you know, it's just that nice. And like, so it'll work out just fine for you, and it'll be like magic almost. I know many times where, you know, things begin to happen for me on my spiritual journey. I just kind of was mesmerized. I actually got scared because, you know, I'm like, I've never experienced this before. Like, once upon a time, I used to think spiritual stuff was like fake and like just not real. But the more I began to learn about, you know, my soul and stuff like that, I remember reading a book called The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukov. Look that up. The Seat of the Soul. The Seat of the Soul. That was a very good book. I read that book maybe like 2 years ago, and it talked about the soul and stuff like that. And all kind of stuff began to happen for me, and I began to be grateful for it. New ideas will come to your mind, and you know, you would just be overjoyed with creativity. You know, you will smile more. You would just really be yourself more. All right, number 9. You will begin to just see life more clearly. Like, you will find yourself probably just standing outside, just looking at nature, just, you know, looking around at everything. You know, you will notice all the little particles in the air. You will see dust flying. Like, your vision will just open up. Now, have you ever seen that movie Lucy? That movie is very profound, and it really has a really big symbolic meaning to it. And I think it's like talking about awakening, because that's what I got from it. And I don't know if you're awake to the point that, you know, you can use 100% of your brain or anything like that, but maybe in year 3036 or something like that, they'll be able to do that. But yeah, that movie is very good. I highly advise you to go watch it, called Lucy. But yes, on your spiritual journey, the more in tune with your soul you become, the more in tune with nature and everything around you. Like, the colors of the trees begin to be more brighter to you, more vivid. Your dreams become more vivid. When you go to sleep at night, you will remember stuff in your dreams. Your eyeballs will become more wider and bigger, you know, like, because you're using all your full vision. And you would just see a lot more things than the average person would. You will see a lot more things. You will see the wind blow and hit the trees and it make a wave and ripple in the tree. You would just see all kinds of stuff that you normally wouldn't see if you were unconscious, or if you were asleep to, you know, who you are as a spirit being. So that's another thing that you will notice on your spiritual journey. Last but not least, number 10, you will become more influential to people around you. And that's the spot that we all want to be at. That's where we want to be at the end of the day, you know, making ourselves better in hopes that we will make somebody else better. And then in return, we're making the world better on a collective consciousness scale, you know, as a whole, as a mass population of human beings. Just having that harmony with life, you know, and everybody around you. That's where you want to be. You want to be in grace. You want to be in sync. You want to be in flow with creation and everything around you. No doubt, no fear, no worry. 1 month clear conscience challenge, guys. This is it, guys. You're going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to remind you every single day. New videos every single day. So you know you got to hear this. Divine powers are working for us because we're trying to do right. 1 month clear conscience challenge. Have you been, you know what I'm saying? You're going to hear that every single day. So guys, let's have a clear conscience after this video. Let's let go of all hate, all animosity, all grudges that we have with other people around us. Let's become free spirited souls. Let's release all tension, all fears. You know, yesterday is gone. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, only thing we can do right now is live completely receptive to the love of life and everything around us. So peace and blessings to you. Please share this video. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Peace.